We call it the play. October 18th, 2014, the date I'll never forget. I was locked up with my defender, and I was pushing him back, and my foot was planted, and I got hit. When I got hit, I instantly went dizzy.
Highly sought after high school athlete. He was a really good football player. We went up to Columbus area and we came across Kody as being a very talented athlete, a real quality character, and a good student.
Well, I set a goal early on to get some playing time as a freshman, and I really worked hard on and off the field.
Well, he came in as a hard worker, no question about it. We got an opportunity to put him in a ball game a couple times as a freshman, and got in game time. You could see the competitiveness in him, and you could see that he was playing above the level of most freshmen at that time. And
I never went into that game thinking that I was going to break my leg, so it was definitely a shocker for me. My bone was pretty much bulging out of my skin. It didn't break the skin, but it was bulging, and I realized that I broke my leg. It was really shocking, devastating at the time.
I just felt bad because it was a clean break. It was both bones that had to be repaired and a rod put in, and so it was a pretty serious surgery and a break that was going to take some time.
I figured that it was just going to be a simple surgery, fix my leg, and then I'll be back on the field next year. So I wasn't worried about getting back on the field at all. But ultimately, that wasn't the case. It took a twist of events, and I ended up having a lot more surgeries than I had expected. After the first surgery, I thought it was going to be that and then keep going. Second, we realized after the first surgery that my bone didn't grow for about 6 months, so we had to have another surgery. And after that, I was trying to get walking again, get right back on track, and then it came to find out that I had an infection in my leg, so that was very devastating for me, and it was a little setback. So we had to get that all situated, cleaned out, and I had to have a couple more surgeries, and it got to the point where my leg muscles pretty much died, and that's when the doctors gave me the decision.
He sent us a long text about possibility of amputation, and to just be thinking about him and praying for him because he was trying to make this decision.
Kody called me and said that he was thinking about having this done, and I thought, wow, to have to make this kind of a decision so quickly. I remember walking in Monday after this, I think Monday or Tuesday after the surgery, and I'm trying to think what I'm going to say to him and how difficult it's going to be to talk to him. And no sooner do I walk in the room and he's cheering me up.
At the time, it's just very hard to think about an amputation at a young age. It's very hard to think about. It's not only hard on me, but my family as well. And, it took a lot of prayer, it took a lot of support.
It worked out to where he got his prosthetic about a week before classes started, and he was back on campus with us in the spring semester.
Right away we started talking about his future and how he could still contribute to our football team.
We started our strength training program, winter strength training program. We had it 3 days a week, and then on the off days from that, he was going to rehab.
I love winter weights. I love just working out and competing, period. And so, when winter weights came around, I just jumped right in, and I was with the guys and everything, competing.
So when we started our first winter weight session, he was in there with us, and everybody's like, is this for real right now? He's working out with us, and he was in there doing 40-inch box jumps, one leg, just nothing was stopping him, nothing was holding him back, and he just carried that mindset with him through the whole off season.
I was at a setback, but I'm still competing. I still have that drive to keep going and everything. So, each day I was just getting stronger, getting better at it. Some things aren't the same, of course. Trying to squat again.
Moving on after our winter strength program, we started running and conditioning before spring ball, and he started running with us.
The day I got my running blade, that was a really big jump too. It just felt amazing that I was able to move at a minimal speed and then build up again like I used to. Of course I still got a lot of training and strengthening to do to get back to speed. I'm not there yet, but just the fact that I'm able to be able to run again. I have two prosthetic pieces of equipment. So the first one is my regular just walking everyday leg. I can walk in it, kind of jog. It's not made for running, but lift in it and all that. And my other blade I use for running, playing football. And what I do for football is I cut the bottom of a cleat off and I tape it to the bottom of it so I'm able to like cut and everything.
And to see a guy who 4 or 5 months ago just got his lower half of his leg amputated and now he's running with us, I mean, it just really took our team to the next level.
Being such a great individual that he is, we wanted him part of the program any way we could. So not knowing or having any idea that he really was going to try and play again.
The first time I stepped back on the football field, first game, it was crazy, man. Having an amputation, a couple, like, almost a little less than half a year ago to the first snap, it was just like, man, like I'm back on the field. So it's like words can't even describe the feeling,
Yeah, last year he returned kicks for us. The guy's a speedster, he's got one leg, but that prosthetic leg, he can go with it too. So we had him back returning kicks.
I was back there freshman year, and just to have the chance to do it again, yeah, it's a little different, but like just the fact that I'm back there and it brought back a lot of memories.
And so for us as a team to see a guy out there who's been through what he's been through and nothing stopped him from being back on the field, it was like there's nothing but positives that come from it as a team, from a team standpoint. So having him around definitely made us better. There's no doubt about it. And
I hope that through my journey that I can, inspire people and help them, show them not to give up. Many athletes go through many injuries throughout the years, and sometimes they might just think, life hates them and it's time to give up. But I'm trying to tell them no, man, you still have this opportunity to keep going and do what you want to do, man.
So in the back of my mind, I think a person who is determined and as focused as he is, the sky's the limit and nothing's impossible. So
I've thought about the Paralympics and I actually plan on trying out once I graduate.
There's lots of need for a guy like Kody with his attitude and his drive in society today.
I know that whatever he does in life, it's going to be in a successful realm, and he's going to be impacting people all around him.
Hopefully from this I can really send a message out to people that there's so much stuff you can do, man. You got to put your mind to it. You got to have a strong attitude. You got to keep faith.
I think he's been a great inspiration to our football team and our coaches, people on campus. And I think that he believes that that's exactly why he's here. And I think he's probably right.
Definitely a lot more thankful for everything, a lot of things. Things that I don't even think about I was thankful for before I am now. You can't take anything for granted, Really be thankful for what you have because you're truly blessed.